classes for the student of Institute of English Shahab Latif University, Kharpur. These video lectures cover the whole scope of English literature, and you will find videos for the subjects of drama, fiction, novel in 18th and 19th century, and American literature as well. For watching more videos, keep on watching my video channel and subscribe my channel. I thank you all and I love you all. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to video classes for the students of Institute of English Shahab Latif University, Kharpur. This time I present before you a class from subject modern novel, and topic of today's talk is trends in the modern novel. Ladies and gentlemen, this presentation is in continuation with our last presentation that was about the introduction of modernism and the writers who influenced modernism in literature. Now, modern novel, first of all, let me tell you that of all the genres of literature in 20th century, novel appeared as the most influential genre. Literature in different centuries and in different periods is dominated by different genres. For example, in Elizabethan age, we saw the dominance of drama. In 17th century, we saw some great writers and some great poets dominating the world of literature with their powerful poetry. However, since inception of novel in 18th century, novel has progressed by leaps and bounds, and in 20th century, novel reached to its zenith. And even today, with comparison to other genres of literature like drama and poetry, novel enjoys the greatest popularity. Now, what makes novel the most popular genre in modern times is the technique of novel writing, and it involves the modern trends in novel writing that bring that much popularity to this important genre of literature. The first and the most important trend or the hallmark that sets novel as the most popular genre is its immense variety and popularity. Novel as a genre of literature involves all the important themes of life. We all know that literature reflects life, and as the students of literature, we do realize that all the different colors of life are best represented in novels. For example, the writers like H.G. Wells, Arnold Bennett, and Galsworthy, when they started writing novel, they brought greater innovations and they brought newer ideas to refresh and to enlive in the spirit of novel. We know that novel in Victorian era was a popular genre, but it had certain limitations. After Victorian era, with the arrival of Henry James, Joseph Conrad, James Joyce, Virginia Woolf, when the technique of novel got evolved and when writers deviated from traditional path of plot towards the investigation of subconscious and unconscious of human mind, and when they wrote novel with the technique of stream of consciousness, the novel got a fresh look. And since then, novel started to develop with newer heights and with newer achievements. So, one of the most important trend in modern novel is its variety of subjects and its complexity of subject matter. Novel now involves all the ways of life: social, political, individual, national, collective, involving science, involving psychology, means no area of human mind and no area of human knowledge is left untouched by novels. Another important characteristic of modern novel is its realism. Now, novel with modern approach tries to touch the realistic aspects of life. It does not merely present single and one-sided view of life, but modern novel talks about all the different colors of modern living. It investigates ideological, religious, political and social considerations of life. It investigates different sufferings and woes of human being. It puts its hands on the class differences, on the social differences. It investigates the difference of capitalists and bourgeois. It also realistically presents the plight of poor men and the ways the powerful enjoy the best in the life. Modern novel investigates the human values that are now under the influence of modernism, change and different. The choice, modern novels' main concern are the choice between capitalism and communism. It has to do something with the difference between science and religion. It investigates the difference and miracles of God as well as modern science. So, all the realistic aspects of life are being investigated and being explored in modern novel. So, this realism, this dark realism of modernism is the essential characteristic of a modern novel. Now, under this banner of realism, an important aspect that modern novel investigates with vigor and vitality is free and frank treatment of sex. We know that in Victorian era and in Victorian life, the novelists and writers never exploited the themes of sex the way modern novelists do. In modern novelists, we find that writers talk about all the affairs of sex inside marriage and outside marriage. Under the influence of psychologists and psychoanalysts of Sigmund Freud, the novelists now base their novels on the theories of biological evolutions, and then they talk about abortions, they talk about birth control, they talk about involvement of sex in life. So this is also one of the most important aspects of modern novel. Another important aspect of modern novel is that modern novel is not a novel of entertainment. This is a novel that exploits social reform, political propaganda, the ways of life. Now, novel is used as a modern vehicle of conveying message. Though it offers entertainment, but its primary purpose is not simply to present entertainment, but it investigates the laws, the ways of living, the ways of science and technology, the ways of modern innovations, and the ways of social reforms. So, modern novel with its aspects has great popularity and significance in modern times. Now, all these aspects of modern novel are influenced by the four fathers of modernism that I had explained in my last video. For example, under the influence of Charles Darwin, the modern novel investigates the values of evolution. Under the influence of Karl Marx, the modern novel investigates the class consciousness and class differences, and it tries to present that all problems are man-made problems and they are not divine in nature. It focuses on materialistic philosophy. Under the influence of Friedrich Nietzsche, the modern novel breaks the taboos and breaks the traditional ways of writing as well as traditional ways of living. And under the influence of Sigmund Freud, the modern novel involves psychological understanding of the characters. It investigates human mind. It dives deep into human consciousness, subconsciousness, and unconsciousness. Under the banner of all these great writers, the modern novel with its modern trends is the most popular genre in today's literature. I hope that I have cleared the gist of the topic, that is about the trends of modern novel. We will continue our lectures on this topic. Our next video will be about the technique of stream of consciousness, which is also one of the important aspect of modernism in novel. Thank you very much for watching this video.